Imagine traveling to the very edge of the universe. You keep moving farther and farther away from Earth. The solar system disappears behind you. Then the Milky Way becomes just another galaxy among billions. And eventually, even the galaxies begin to disappear. But here's the question. What happens when you reach the edge? Does the universe simply stop? Or is there something beyond it? To understand this mystery, we first need to understand what we actually mean by the universe we can see. Astronomers call it the observable universe. It is the region of space from which light has had enough time to reach us since the early universe began. And it is enormous. The observable universe is roughly 93 billion light-years across. That number is almost impossible to imagine. Light travels nearly 300,000 kilometers every second, yet even light needs billions of years to cross the distances between the most distant objects we can observe. And here's where things get strange. The edge of the observable universe is not necessarily the edge of the universe. Think of it more like a horizon. When you're standing on Earth, you can see only so far. The horizon marks the limit of what you can see, not the end of the planet. Cosmically, something similar happens. There are regions of space so distant that their light has simply not had enough time to reach us. And because the universe is expanding, some regions are becoming permanently inaccessible to us. So when we look toward the cosmic horizon, we aren't necessarily looking at a wall, we're looking at the limit of our observation. But that raises an even bigger question. If the universe isn't expanding from an edge, where is its center? Surprisingly, there may be no center at all. The universe isn't expanding like an explosion from one point into empty space. Instead, space itself is expanding. Imagine dots drawn across the surface of a balloon. As the balloon expands, every dot moves farther away from every other dot. From the perspective of any one dot, it could appear as though everything else is moving away. There doesn't have to be a special center on the surface. Our universe is far more complicated than this analogy, but the basic idea helps explain cosmic expansion. And this expansion has been happening for billions of years. As space expands, galaxies become separated by enormous distances. Between them are vast cosmic voids. And connecting everything together is something even more incredible, the cosmic web. Galaxies aren't scattered randomly through space. On the largest scales, matter forms enormous filaments, clusters, and walls surrounding gigantic empty regions. The universe begins to look less like a collection of galaxies and more like a gigantic three-dimensional web. But what lies beyond the part we can observe? This is where science reaches the boundary of what we currently know. The universe could be vastly larger than the observable universe. It could even be infinite, or it could be finite, but curved in such a way that there is no physical edge to reach. Right now, we don't have definitive evidence telling us exactly which possibility is correct. And there's another limitation. Everything we know about the distant universe comes to us through information carried by light, or other signals, but information cannot travel to us faster than light. That means there may be enormous regions of the cosmos whose existence we could never directly observe, not because they're necessarily empty, but because their light can never reach us. So imagine this. You're standing on Earth. Behind you is everything humanity has ever discovered. Ahead of you lies billions of light-years of space. Beyond that, there may be billions upon billions more. Galaxies we've never seen. Worlds we'll never visit. Perhaps civilizations we'll never know existed. And maybe there is no final boundary waiting at the end. Just more space, more time, more universe. So, does the universe have an edge? The most honest answer is, we don't know. But perhaps the strangest possibility isn't that the universe has an edge. Perhaps it's that there is nothing to reach. No wall, no final boundary, no place where the universe simply ends. Only a cosmos so vast that the limits we see may actually be the limits of us. And somewhere beyond the last light we can observe, the universe may still be going. How far does it really go? We may never know, but that's exactly what makes the universe worth exploring.